Hey there folks, how you doing? It is the 29th of December 2024. I'm out for a walk here in Penang, Malaysia, near my house. It's a little bit cloudy at the moment, so that makes it for a relatively comfortable walk. For those who know me, I'm a huge walker. I love walking so much. But since moving to Malaysia, I don't walk as much as I would like to because it's simply just always so hot. It's always summer. I can only speak in centigrade, but the temperature is always in the 30s and often hotter with the humidity. It's always very humid, very strong sun, which basically means I don't have a lot of opportunities to walk because it's pretty easy to get heat stroke. And it's just often a kind of a miserable experience. When normally, again, I enjoy walking. In Japan, I'd walk for hours and hours and hours. Often, certain aspects of places in China I would, but it was always, I got to admit, when I lived in Beijing, it was really boring. There was nothing really to see. There was nothing of historical significance around or anything interesting. Just a lot of big buildings. All the historical places have been torn down in the name of gentrification and all of that stuff. Shenzhen, kind of a boring place to walk to. Very modern place. City's only a few decades old, so not a lot of historical, neat, interesting things to see. It's definitely more interesting here in Penang. A lot of historical things, a lot of shrines, temples, neat old buildings. Just always so hot. But I'm going for a little walk today. I'm just going to walk down this main winding road on Batu Ferringhi, and maybe check out a couple of beaches, little beaches by the ocean that I haven't seen before. Not gonna go splishy splashy. I'm just gonna go check them out. Just kind of a walk, so come and join me. There we go. Homestays, keep out. You see a lot of these signs around the neighborhood. Here's a newer one. Airbnb was actually made illegal on the island of Penang. This is the local people's kickback, I suppose, to over-tourism. They don't like having homestays here in this neighborhood and many other neighborhoods too. Even in my apartment building, it is illegal for people to rent out apartments for short stay, but the people try to do it. They do it secretly. You can always tell who, you learn who lives there and who doesn't. And during the big holiday seasons, you clearly have a lot of people with like little suitcases coming in, rolling in, who don't live there. And unfortunately, those are the people that often misbehave. Those are the people who will leave garbage in the weight room, and those are the people who will mess crap up and just behave poorly. They're loud, they're noisy, because they're just there for a holiday, here for a good time, not a long time. So yeah, I understand why people are absolutely frustrated with it. And we got monkeys. Dusky-leaf monkeys, or dusky langurs. They're an endangered species that you find all over the place here in Penang. Very cute monkeys. Now there are a lot of resorts in this part of Penang, and there is one right there. The Shangri-La Hotel and Resort. Very nice, very fancy. Yeah, so there we go. Now I'm going to go that away. While I'm out walking, I tend to like to listen to podcasts. I've always been a huge consumer of podcasts. I'm a podcast host and producer, but I've always loved podcasts. Recently, I've been really getting into just eating up history, lots of history. I've been loving the History Hit Network. So Dan Snow's History Hit, fantastic. Just subscribed a few months ago. There's literally thousands of episodes in the back catalog. Another one called After Dark, which is a great one from the History Hit Network. And one called Warfare, which I just started listening to. A lot of military history I find fascinating. That show had its last episode in 2023, but they've got about 400 episodes in the back catalog. So I'm just working my way through it, enjoying so much, learning so much. It's just always fantastic to learn things. It's good. So that's what I'm listening to as I walk along. Right now I've been listening to different episodes of Warfare about dictators. So I listened to one about Putin and his rise, Vladimir Putin. I listened to one about the infamous dictator, Chairman Mao, of course. Absolutely, what a dictator. probably the biggest dictator of all, really. And then right now I'm listening to one about Robert Mugabe. So very fascinating stuff. Now, unfortunately, for the next, say, like 3 kilometers, there is no sidewalk. We've run out of sidewalk. It's just walking along the white line. That's what you got to do. I don't like that so much. It gets a bit hairy here sometimes, which is probably why I don't walk in this direction very often. But it is what it is. I want to see some things. You just stay on the white line and cross your fingers and hope that everyone is sane who's driving. I made the mistake one time of walking on the opposite side of the road. That was a big mistake. There's more visibility when you're on this side on the outside turns. Yeah, cars can see you a lot better than motorcycles. You really gotta watch out for the motorcycles here in Malaysia. I can really speak to Penang. There are rules to the road, but no drivers follow them. Drivers tend to, they just weave in and out of traffic, and they don't ride like with traffic on the road. They always seem to stick to the white lines normally, which is weird, because I used to ride in other countries, and the people have a really unique and dangerous way of riding motorbikes here in Malaysia, which is probably why there's so many accidents and so many fatalities every year. Oh, and this is an army camp. Probably shouldn't film too much of this, but yeah, this is an army camp on the way. I call it a camp because it's really small. I assume maybe army base, just a tiny army base. Here we are. And then I often find stairways down. But that's interesting. That is a dragon fruit cactus plant right there. It's dragon fruit, which is interesting. It grows actually, it's a cactus. Oh, there's a pot there. Okay, interesting. Well, I'm gonna keep walking because this is not where I want to go. I'm heading to a beach called Moonlight Bay. We'll keep on walking down the road. You gotta be wary too walking down those stairwells and stuff, because there are snakes. Lots of freaking snakes everywhere, and when they're not the kind of snakes you want to play with. A lot of very dangerous snakes in these parts, these parts. The things you see, these are everywhere, of course, because this is jungle. There's a banana tree, and look at the little tiny baby bananas. They're so tiny. These are probably about 2 inches long each, 5 centimeters each, maybe even smaller. Tiny bananas, babies, little babies. Alrighty, guys, not really a look off. You got to step over a guardrail, but now getting some nice views of the ocean. This whole road is along the ocean. I can see off in the distance, way over there, some buildings, tall buildings, and that would be the state of Kedah. Kedah is over there. That's the next state over in Malaysia, on the mainland, Kedah. All right. Well, that's cool. A gorgeous day. Not too hot yet. It's a shady road. Well, let's keep walking. I'm getting closer to where I need to be. Ooh, this is just a nice scene. I like the way the hills look over there. Penang is just basically an island with a bunch of mountains on it. And this is a development called Moonlight Bay. Really very nice. Some very tall houses, single family houses, huge houses. I think they're all like 3, 4, 5 floors high. And yeah, it's a nice place. And here we go. We're gonna keep on walking. Gotta find a way to get down to the beach, the Moonlight Bay Beach. Let's go. And maybe we'll keep on walking farther. We'll see. There's a coconut tree. Got the coconuts, guys. Coconuts everywhere here. Coconut Town. All right, this looks appealing, doesn't it, folks? Does not look appealing. That's a pretty beach. Let's go. Let's ikimashou. All right, guys, walking down. Oh, I think this is a private driveway. Doesn't look like yeah. It's kind of a private driveway to me. I think I'm heading down. Let's not do that. Let's go back up the road this way and find an entrance to the public beach. Walking to the road. Okay, there it is. There's the entrance. And look, more gorgeous houses. Look at that one. That's a nice one. That's massive. That's a mansion. Beauty. Whew. Good thing that Malaysia is not an earthquake-prone place. That's what I think. I know my wife wouldn't want to live there. Okay. Let's go. Let's still keep going. All right. Things are looking good here, guys. Things are looking promising. Let's go check it out. Gotta go down the stairwell. Some covered stairs here, an awning, and down we go. Let's go. All right, so here's the beach. Very nice looking. This isn't so nice looking. I'm going to assume that this was at some point maybe shops of some kind and maybe a public bathroom. I'm probably gonna have regrets taking a peeky-boo in here. Again, always keeping an eye out for snakes. This looks like it probably was or is a public washroom. How scary will it be? There's some nice beautiful Roman columns. Yeah, I don't wanna go in there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Scary. No thank you. That's where you just use the side of a tree away from the public. Okay, and let's head down to the beach. Let's see what we got. A lot of garbage. So much garbage here. So much garbage. Well, this is a beautiful beach though. It's a small beach. It's very nice though. Something messy going on down there. Past that family. There's like a whole encampment or something. I don't know. Yeah, so this is the Moonlight Bay Beach. There's the Moonlight Bay houses up there. They're very nice places. Estate development, I suppose. Here is Moonlight Bay in Batu Ferringhi, Penang, Malaysia. The Moonlight Bay Beach area, very private beach. Gorgeous aspects, a very nice view out here. And this little bit ain't so nice. That's for sure. This has got to be removed, torn down and removed. But this is a nice place to There's a pretty horrific amount of trash here. I wonder if someone I think lives here. Looks like it maybe. And there's another set of stairs over here, which I think I will go up and see where that takes me. Probably back to the main road. Yeah, I have a feeling someone lives in here. A lot of trash though. And someone does live here. Would appear to be a local fisherman. Looks like a fishing boat. Still used, looks like it. And he's chatting with the family. That's at the beach visiting. It is a nice day because it's not so hot outside, which is very good. It's a bit overcast, which makes it quite bearable actually. Okay, and I don't know where this is taking me. Let's see. Where are you taking me, road? Hopefully back to a parking lot, the main road. And if you've never been to the jungle before, folks, this is what it looks like. Got some long grasses. We got some bamboo up here. Let's keep our eye down. Let's keep our eyes down for some snakies. Ow. Just had a little fire ant on my sock, giving me a little bite. Alrighty, here we go. Around the bend. What's over here? Oh, don't know. We'll keep on going. Well, this is certainly a fun little walk this morning. Wasn't expecting to have this kind of exploration here. I was gonna walk along a highway and then down to a beach, but got myself a little jungle trek. I see some developments over here. Some big apartments. All right, I'm assuming this is gonna take me back to the main road. I assume the fisherman who was back there had a motorcycle parked. So I assume he comes back and forth this way. Okay, there we go. We got something in front of us. We really got something. Check out this place. Well, that's nice. That's big. All right. Awesome. Alrighty, well, there's something there. Out of barbed wire. And just like that, like Bob's your uncle, we found a way out. Back onto the main road. There we are. Nice, and this is the main road I was walking down earlier. And there we are. All right, cool. Now do I keep walking further or do I go back home? There's the $1 million question. We'll see. Decisions must be made. All right, I decided to walk a bit further, and here are some stairs heading down to a place called Miami Beach. That's right, Miami Beach. This is Miami Beach. Maybe not the Miami you know of, not of like Crockett and Tubbs fame, Miami Vice, but there's a housing and apartment development over here called Miami Beach, and this is Miami Beach. Yeah. There you go. Well, let's take a pop down to this part of the beach where the Miami Cafe is. If this is the place I think it is, I shall have an interesting story to share with you. And the signs here, beware of jellyfish. There is so much pollution in the water here, the Strait of Malacca, the water between Penang and the mainland. It is just ripe with jellyfish. Rife with jellyfish as opposed to ripe. It's simply not a safe place to swim because there are so many jellyfish. It's amazing beaches, but it's really just, again, it's not safe, which is unfortunate. So behind me is the famed Miami Beach Cafe, and it is now December 29th, and on December 26th, 2004, there was the huge tsunami that hit Southeast Asia, and there's quite a story that's attached to this place here in Penang. At the time when it happened, on Boxing Day in the afternoon, the tsunami hit this area of Penang, and the cafe owner was there, his family living inside, and the tsunami came up, and he had a newborn baby, now 20 years old, who was asleep on a mattress inside this place, and the tsunami washed the mattress out into the ocean, and the waves brought the mattress back in with the baby unharmed, and they were able to rescue the baby. And it's in the news. This is the 20th anniversary. I was just reading about it, and she's now a 20-year-old university student here in Malaysia, alive and well. So quite the story. Quite the story. And the tide is in, so I can't walk down there. I guess I could if I, did that, but I'm not going to do that. All right, interesting story, huh? Quite an interesting place. There's a pigeon. Hey, pigeon. Well, thank you so much for joining me on my journey today, my walk, my little adventure as I checked out Moonlight Bay Beach. Moonlight Bay Beach, that was hard to say, and Miami Beach here. I appreciate you guys joining me. I'm having a lot of fun making this content on YouTube. It's been a long time. It's great that there's some new subscribers out there too. Hey, all of you, welcome and thanks for coming aboard. Remember, if you're new to the channel, if you've watched this video and you like what you see, a Canadian exploring Penang, Malaysia, and other places around the world, and my family sometimes will be in the videos too, go subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, that's really important. Leave a comment, I'd love to read your comments below. Check the links below, follow me on social media. I'm quite active on Blue Sky, especially these days. A little bit on X and on Instagram, those places. And check out my podcast, link are below. All right, take care, folks.